Let's get this morning started right. Woo! Just got the workout done, feeling great. I'm going to take everybody off and you need some energy. Where's the energy, y'all? Monday.
Can you open up top of your head?
It's going to be a great, great Monday. I'm excited to see all these amazing faces on live. If you can throw in the chat bar where you're from. I see people from everywhere. California. I see Texas. I see Miami. I see New York / Boston. I see Wisconsin. I see everybody. Okay, I love it. I love it. So we're about to get started. Like I was saying, the speaker that we have today is a guy. You got to pay attention to what people do because then they can teach on that. That's a good thing to learn in life. You can't learn. Like I see some trainers that are overweight. I would never pay for a trainer that's overweight. What are they going to teach me? Unless they've got like a whole portfolio of people that they've gotten healthy personally that have endorsed them. You know, kind of like a Mr. Miyagi kind of way. But another reason, you can't trust financial advice or career advice or life advice from somebody that isn't successful like you want to be. So this guy that I'm going to bring up right now, shout out to Nebraska, Texas, Galt, Wisconsin. Welcome, you guys. His name is Eric Worre. He has a business called Network Marketing Professional, networkmarketingpro.com. It's really great. He talks to people that want to go professional, career level inside of network marketing, which is a business model. But to give you some of his background so you understand why to listen to him, this guy has built multiple businesses inside of the network marketing community that are multi-millionaire businesses. He's done it so well. He's been in the career for over 20 years that he's one of the directors of the DSA. The DSA is the Direct Selling Association, which is like the business umbrella of network marketing. Direct sales is what it's called. To give you an example, the DSA, the network marketing companies do more than the NBA or the NFL combined. It's a huge market. So what that tells you is that he's been a part of this. He's a leader in that, and he's helped many people be successful in it himself. So you want to listen from the place of, if this dude is a multi-millionaire inside of this, if I listen to him, maybe I can, maybe you can get to a multi-thousandaire, multi-hundred-thousandaire. Like listen from that position instead of, oh, he's just talking about random stuff. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. The next step is for you to start to realize that and then take it in and put it into action. So he's going to be talking about the importance of a 90-day plan of action. It's really, really good what he's going to be talking about. Get your notebooks out. If you're an Herbalife distributor or business person, this is going to be perfect for you. If you're a client, this is going to be perfect for you. Why? Your body and your business is the same. You don't have the body from your workout today. We just worked out. I did legs, right? I don't have the body from today. I have the body of the workouts I've done and the eating I've done for the last 90 days. So it's the same principle in your body, your health, and your business. They all live on the same laws. So let's get into Eric Worre sharing the 90-day plan that can change your life.
Here, I will tell you, what I've learned is slow growth. People say slow and steady wins the race. It is not true. It is not true. In our business, there's a burst of energy, and then maintenance, and then another burst of energy, and then maintenance, and then another burst of energy that gets you to where you need to go. See, if this here is the airport and the runway, and we have a little airplane here, it's an old one with a propeller. Okay, and you're in there, Any pilots in the room? We have some pilots. Right here, what's your name again? Steve. So Steve's a pilot. We're on the runway. We're ready to take off. We're in our business. That plane is our business. We're ready to go. Ready? And we put it to 20% throttle. Let's go. Are we going to get off the ground at all? All right. Fair enough. 40% throttle. That's double. No? Not going to get off the ground? 60%? Yes? At 60? Any pilots in the room say you can get off the ground at 60? Can't, right? 70? 80? 90? 95? 100%, right? Full throttle. You put the pedal down, boom, and you get off the ground. It takes you to an elevation. Now, do you have to stay at full throttle for the entire trip? If you're at full throttle and we take off from Las Vegas and we're going to New York and we're full throttle to take off, if we keep it at full throttle, how far are we going to get? We're not going to make it to New York. We're going to burn through all that fuel and we're going to have a problem. See, if you don't go full throttle, all you have to look forward to is trees at the end of the runway. That slow and steady wins the race. I'm just going to go slow and steady. I'm just going to slow and steady. I'm just going to, if I recruit one a month, and if everybody in my group recruits one a month, and that's going to be 1,000 people at the end of the first year, and I guess network marketing doesn't work. Slow and steady does not win the race. It's just like flying. You got to get to an altitude. You got to get to an altitude. And that is what I call the 90-day game plan. The 90-day game plan will change your life. People underestimate or overestimate what they can do in a week or a month, and they underestimate that what can be done in 90 days. 90 days can change everything. I'm living proof, and I have examples of living proof of what 90 days can do to change everything. In 1992, I was, the most I'd ever made in network marketing was about a little under $200,000. And I'm spending every penny, and I'm hustling, and I'm struggling, and I'm trying. And I will tell you, if you're making $100,000 a year in network marketing, that's just enough money to be miserable. You pay your taxes, you try and drive your business, and you got this little job. It's no fun at 100. It's better to have a hobby at 20 than a full-time 100. I'm telling you. I don't want to scare you by saying that, but I'm just telling you. Those of you, once you get to 100, you know what I'm talking about. It's no fun. You're like, I got to break out. I got to break out. I'm seeing these other people. They're flying past me. What do I got to do? And I was with a company that had hit a wall. It was a company called NSA. They had water filters and air filters. And their company was going through a lot of drama. And they hadn't switched. They'd switched to Juice Plus. Later, they became a nutritional company, and they're very successful still today. But they hadn't done that at that time. So full-timers like me were desperate. And I joined another company in September of 1992. And I decided that I was going to engage in a 90-day burst of activity like I'd never worked in my life. Now, understand, I'm a guy who's kind of struggling, making 100 to 200. And in my first 12 months, my 1099 was $980,000. In my first 12 months. I'm the same guy with the same skills, same abilities, same influence, same contacts. And I went from struggling to $980,000 in 1 year. 1 year. You know what made that happen? A 90-day burst, a 90-day game plan. It all happened from 90 days. Another gentleman that was involved with me at that time, his name's Art. And Art drove, we had an event we started with that company. He drove from Boston to Chicago. Had no money, broke, never made more than a couple $1,000s in network marketing, never in his life. And he said, I'll do whatever I need to do. Tell me what I need to do. And we sat down with him, and never forget, we sat in this lounge and we said, let's create a 90-day game plan for you to be able to change your life. You know what we told him? The only thing between you and being a millionaire is putting 1,000 people in the room in Boston 90 days from today in your downline. He said, really? I said, really? Can you show me how? Yes, I can show you how. I can be a millionaire from the efforts that I do in the next 90 days. And it's learnable. Yes. Well, Art did that. He went back, and he followed instructions. He quit 2 weeks later, and then we had to talk him back into it. Seriously. And 90 days later, he didn't have 1,000 people in the room, but he had about 700 in the room 90 days later from nothing, with no money. We taught him exactly how to do it, step by step, the total game plan, the total blueprint, how to build towards it, how to do it, and how to come out of it. Today, Art makes about $5 million a year. Number one in his company, about $5 million a year. Over $400,000 every month. He was broke, no money, had to drive from Boston to Chicago and then back again. Quit 2 or 3 times during his 90-day game plan. Pulled it off, and that started a career for him. Brian Carruthers is another example. Brian Carruthers was with my company, TPN, and Brian had never made more than $2,000 in a month with my company. And when my company sold to Prepaid Legal Services, who's now become Legal Shield, when my company sold, Brian, there's people moaning and crying and upset and freaked out and we'll see and all that stuff. And Brian said, you know what? This is my window. This is my opportunity. I'm going to attack this like I've never attacked anything in my life. Another gentleman at the same time that he works with today, and top earner, his name is Darnell Self, one of the best leaders in network marketing, decided at the same time, you know what? That was going to be his future. Prior to that, what the most Darnell ever made? $400 a month. And where did he work? Retail or something? He worked in a retail store in a mall. Darnell Self, one of the most powerhouse guys in the profession. But what those guys decided to do while everybody else was crying and whining and wondering, and this is a big transition, transitioning one company into another network marketing company is huge. They decided to put together a 90-day game plan, and they put it together like you've never seen in your life. And they worked so hard. I'm going to teach you some of the things that they did. They worked so hard, so focused, at 100% throttle to get off the ground and get it going. Brian had never made more than $2,000 in a month. What was your first month's check? 11. What was it after 6 months? 24. What was it after 12 months? 42. How much could you go back and point to of your 14 million that you've earned since that time? How much could you go back and point to your first 90 days? Almost all of it. So how much did you get paid per hour for your first 90 days? Figure that out for a second. Let's just do the math for a second. You got 40 hours in a week. You've got 90 days. That's going to be about, 12 weeks? 12 times 40 is how much? 480? 480 weeks? 480 hours? Somebody pull out a calculator. Take 14 million divided by 480 hours. How much? $29,000 an hour. And running. It's still growing. You understand what I'm saying? The 90 days is everything. He's maintained, he's grown, he's trained, he's supported, he's done all that stuff. And how many 90-day game plans have you done since then? You haven't done one every 90 days. But would you say probably averaged about one a year of pure 90-day hardcore focus in between supporting and doing everything else? Yeah, vary in intensity. But did anything ever touch the intensity of the first 90? No. That got him off the ground. Got him to a level. Put him on a path. Changed his whole life. Darnell's earned how much? 8 million during the same period of time. How much of that 8 million could he point to the first 90 days? Almost all of it. Isn't that something? Myself, 2005, I was in a tough spot. I had my financial world got rocked. I invested with a company about $9.5 million into a traditional personal development company, a media company that didn't work. Fired myself. came back to the network marketing profession as a builder, and I decided I had to work like my life hung in the balance. My first 90 days, I hit it hard. And I'm going to show you what that looked like. But I made $7 million in the next 6 years in commissions. Almost all of it I could point to the first 90 days. So it's not the first 90 days when you're starting something, it's any 90-day period you choose. Stay right where you're at, draw a new line, and pick a 90-day blast and go full throttle right here. This 90-day burst is everything. Now.
All right, so that was the first part. We might have to come back to the second part, but honestly, your 90-day plan should look like what you and your coach or your mentor designed. But I want to get a few takeaways from this because this was super powerful. One thing you got to remember, you don't have to take the exacts of what companies or what things he was talking about. In Herbalife, we have the same business model, but we're a nutrition company. But what you can take is the principles. The principles, and also this is a big thing. The more success I saw of people in network marketing, the more belief I started to believe inside of the business model. Because you got to remember, why do people want to be doctors and lawyers and actors? Because they've seen it. They've heard, they've been told their whole life, doctors, lawyers make money, actors, actresses make money. So that's why they want to do it. If you were to learn that in network marketing, you could do the same thing, but you don't necessarily have to look a certain way or have a certain skill set, or you don't have to be flying around and have your whole time taken up because the lawyer's in the courtroom 14 hours a day. What if you could do it another way? That's what I took from this. So I'm going to pass it over to Roxy to give us some takeaways. What do you got, Roxy?
All right, so it was a great one. So I loved how he was explaining in the very beginning, like the plane taking off, and how whenever the plane is about to take off, it's not going slow and steady. It's going like full throttle in order for it to get like its whole body off like the ground and into the air. And so just like with anything, you know, and especially in the kind of business that we are in, you know, I have heard people say, oh, I'd rather go at my own pace. I don't know what the heck that means, you guys. Like, what does that even mean? Like, you're telling me that you rather go slow pace to get to your goal of maybe that's full-time, or maybe that's career level income, maybe that's $15, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. How does that even make sense? You know, and a lot of the times, if you ever find yourself saying that, you really have to reevaluate what it is that you're telling yourself and what it is that you are saying that you want your goals to be. Because literally, if you're saying that, I'm just going to take it slow and steady, and, you know, I'm just going to go at my own pace, like, you really don't want to do this. And maybe, and that's okay. Maybe you just love the community. Maybe you just love being around positive and inspiring and amazing people. However, when you are working with people, right, especially with a coach or with a mentor, don't just say things just to say them. Because, for instance, me, right, if I'm working with someone and if they tell me this is what they want and then they don't take the action, guess what? I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to give that person any of my time, because their actions and what it is that they say they want is not in alignment with what it is that they say that they want. And so a 90-day plan is everything, you guys. Like, I love how you talked about the 90-day plan, because especially even inside of what we do, inside of the events and things like that, people always talk to a 90-day plan, a 90-day plan, a 90-day plan. And most times, right, we can start something and then like give it a week and then we're like, oh, I'm not seeing any results. I'm just going to give up. And giving up is not going to get you to where it is that you want to go. And if you really want to like take this on and you want to like go full throttle, like he was talking about, like, you guys, if there's a big tip that I could give you guys, is that this is a numbers game. If you're not getting numbers, if you're not getting like 30, 40 like clients started a month, if you're not getting 5 to 10 new distributors a month, chances are you're going to go very slow and steady inside of your network marketing career. And if that's what it is that you want, then that's fine. But if you really want to go full throttle, if you really want to like make part-time to full-time to career level income to living the life of your dreams kind of income, then you have to be talking to so many different people. You have to have so many people get started, whether it be on the product or on the business. Who's going to go? Who knows? But you need all of the numbers. You need all of the people in order for you to get the few that are going to go and take this on with you. So those are my.
Love it. I love it. Absolutely. This is one thing that I'll tell you that made a difference for us. So when you get started inside of a new business, aka network marketing as a distributor, or if you're here and you're getting results as a client, if you get started on a new lifestyle, this is one thing you've got to realize. Number one, your current thinking got you to where you are. Write that down. My current thinking got me where I am. So unless you have as much money as you want, you have the exact kind of lifestyle that you want, you look exactly how you want, you have the exact energy you want, you live where you want, you get to travel where you want, you have the time freedom that you want. Unless you have those things, then you don't know how to get them. Like, we've got to realize that at first. If you don't know how to get them, then you can't listen to your thinking anymore. What you must do is you must start to listen to the people that have them and know that it's not going to make sense when they tell you to do certain things because you don't know how to get there. Imagine you're getting directions to a new city you've never been to. And they say, hey, you're going to go straight, you're going to go left, and you're going to go for 3 miles, and you're going to take a right. And you're like, wait a minute, I've never gone straight, gone left for 3 miles and taken right. Of course you haven't. You've never been there. But this is what people do inside of our business as a distributor or inside of their health. They say, well, I've never done it that way. I know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. Well, I just go straight and go to the right. No, that's not how you go. And then they go into the trees, like you said, and then it doesn't work. And then they blame the system when it's not the system because, you guys, there's so many 6-figure and 7-figure income earners inside of Herbalife that it's ridiculous. There's so many people that completely transform their body, their health, and their lifestyle that is ridiculous. It's not the stuff. The stuff works. It's the person. So you got to realize that and mentally say, hey, okay, I'm gonna understand that I'm gonna have this voice come up and I'm not going to listen. I'm going to do what my coach says because they have what I want. And I know it's not going to make sense to me because I don't know how to get there yet. You're going to have to change your thinking. So when a person says, I want to go slow, I don't want to go at that pace, no, I don't think, then I already know they're taking their directions. And I really love what he said about the person that drove to the event because we have this event this month. If you're going to Extravaganza, let me see, put a 1 in the thread. If you're going to Houston Extravaganza, Herbalife Distributor event, best event of the year, going to be ridiculous. Look at all these ones. When we're telling somebody about Extravaganza, this is what I'm looking for. When I say, hey, there's this event, it's ridiculous. Best event of the year, you got to be there. There's going to be this, this, and this, and this. I'm not really looking to see what they're going to get from the event. Yes, it's going to be incredible. Yes, it's going to be lots of inspiration. But this is really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that no matter what comes up, they're going to make it happen. I don't care if I tell you a week in advance. Because I'll tell you this, if our coaches a week or 2 out say, hey, you got to be at this event, this is where it's going down, we would have figured it out. Because it's the same mindset of figuring it out that translate into the business, that translate into the hard work, that translate into the talking to people. It's not you're one person when trying to figure out going to Extravaganza and then you're another person in your Herbalife business. It's the same person. So the person that says, oh, nah, man, it's too late, or I don't know if I can get time off, or I don't know if I can make it, that's the same person that's going to do that in their business. I don't know if I can help that person. I don't know if I can talk to that person. I don't know if I can show up for this training. They're not going to make it because it's the same person. I'm not really looking for what's going to be at the event. The event is going to be crazy. It's going to be amazing. I'm looking for the person that's going to figure it out because figuring it out is what it takes. That's what people don't get. It's not the thing. It's how you react and respond to the thing that is you. That's the difference. The thing is the thing. It could be, yo, I need you to get here to go pick up this because there's this, and you get a flat tire. You got to figure it out. It's not the flat tire. It's you. You've got to become the kind of person that figures it out. That is you. That is success. So that was really important to me because you're starting to see the kind of person that's going to be successful inside this network marketing business. Inside of, you guys, it's not just network marketing. Treat it like you just opened a restaurant and you just invested $200,000 in starting a restaurant. And there was a restaurant conference where the leaders of everybody that started and built a successful restaurant was having a conference, and they're going to share their 2 years, their 5 years, their 10 years of experience at this place. You think you'd figure out how to get there? But because you paid $95 or whatever you paid to become a distributor, you don't take the same care. Why? Because you think there's not the same income potential when there is. You just heard him talk about millionaires inside of network marketing. Roxy and I, multiple six figures from our Herbalife income since we've started as distributors. Because guess what? We treated it like that. How you treat it will be how it reacts. That's what he's really teaching you guys here. So powerful. You guys take this. After this, message your coach, how can we set up a 90-day plan? And this is what your coach is going to respond. We'll set it up right after I see you at Extravaganza in Houston. That's what I tell my people. Why? Because if you don't go to the event, you're not going to follow through in the 90 days. What are we going to set up 90 days for? It's like you're going to a person to get healthy. He's like, okay, we're going to set up your meal plan, and we're going to set up your plan right after I see you at the gym. And you're like, I can't make it to the gym. Well, what are we doing here? We ain't going to talk. You ain't even coming to the gym? That's the same philosophy. But people are like, nah, just give it to me sitting at the couch, on the couch at home. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. That's what he's teaching us here. I love it. I love it. So let's get a few takeaways. I'm going to call on a few people. Let's get some nuggets. And do this for me. I'm going to call on people that have been to Extravaganza. Give me your takeaway and give me raw why people got to be at Extravaganza no matter what. Susie, what you got?
What's up? So first of all, that was a very, very inspiring video just to see like the whole analogy of the plane and all of that. But Extravaganza, definitely have to be there to see it for yourself. Like it's something that people cannot explain to you what it's like, the inspiration, the possibilities you see from just hearing people's stories. Just that in itself, it's already the value of whatever the ticket price you pay is. All those stories you get to collect, because now you get to connect with people in a different level. You get to share those people's stories to inspire people to join you on the journey. So
love it. Absolutely. Can't be explained. It cannot be explained. Let's go over to Marv. Marv, give us your takeaway and the raw, why they got to be.
What? Am I muted? No, I'm good. Okay. What's up, guys? Happy Monday, y'all, over here in LA. I'll be 100 with you guys. If y'all ain't going to Extravaganza, just go look for a job somewhere, because I'm going to keep it 1,000. If you ain't showing up to Extravaganza, then you're just not committed. You're not going to see the growth that's going to happen, the vision, everything that's going down, the stories. You'll hear about it, but you're not going to understand why everyone's got so much more emotion. So deep down inside, if you're not going to Extravaganza and this is your first time or your first time in the business, just go look for a job today. Seriously, go apply somewhere, because it ain't going to happen. No one's forcing you to go. But if money's what's holding you back from going, then that's why you should definitely go. Money's always an issue for everybody, but no matter what, like Aub said, you can find a way to get it done, right? So, yeah, show up. And my biggest takeaway from the call, man, he said, can you take off at 20%? All right, 40%. We're going to double the 20. Nah, if you ain't giving it 100 in everything that you're doing, kind of like we always say on the team, is how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're not really giving it 100%, then look in the mirror and ask yourself, why is my business failing? Why is my business not taking off? Why am I not leaving the ground? Is it because I'm giving 40, 30, 50%, not 100? So
Fire, man. You guys, when he said that, I'm going to be real. That's true. Think about it. a job doesn't ask you to go to conferences. Why? It's a job. If you were a part owner of a business, you think you would go to conferences? It's your thinking. Are you thinking like an employer? Or are you thinking like an entrepreneur, CEO, owner? There's a difference. It's true. It's true. All right, we're going to get one more takeaway. Ashley Ann, give them what your biggest takeaway is and why they got to be at Extravaganza.
All right, so my takeaway from this video is definitely like sticking to a 90-day plan, because it's true. If you do it for like anything, either health-wise or otherwise, are you going to see a difference in like 2 days of being on your nutrition plan? No, you're going to see a big difference in 90 days though. But my Extravaganza, holy moly with a hole in it. First of all, we're a global company, and it's never more real when you step into that building and you see a whole bunch of people, especially down on that red carpet in front of everybody, telling you, okay, they used to be in nosebleed seating. Because when you first start out, you're like, okay, there are a lot of people around me and I'm in nosebleed. I can't see anything. I can't hear anything. But all of a sudden, when it quiets down and you start hearing those stories from the stage of where they started from, it could either be worse than you or right where you're at, and they hit you right in the chest and they tell you that you can change your life. It's powerful. It's just so like, there's no reason why you should not be in that building. There's no excuse for not being in that building. If you want to change your life, that's where you should be. Just show up. Just show up, listen, and then have an open mind. That's all I can say, because that's what changes your entire life. Extravaganza.
Boom. Fired up. You got to figure it out. You got to get in that room, and that mindset of figuring it out carry over into everything you do, you guys. So powerful. What's going to be cool is you guys will be able to see each other, be like, yo, you're on Triple M all the time I see you. I'm fired up for that. And you guys, man, keep showing up every Monday. We're here to bring the mindset, whether you're a distributor, entrepreneur, or whether you're getting in the best shape of your life on these products. It doesn't matter. The mindset of success has carrying over properties into everything you do, you guys. I'm going to take everybody off mute. Make sure you pay forward this knowledge to somebody on your social media or personally, and invite to next Monday. Every single Monday, we're showing up and growing, you guys. Let's get it. Happy Monday,
guys.